Hi everybody and welcome to today's demo of PAYE Modernisation in BrightPay. My name is Anne and I'll be conducting the demo today. Due to the high volume of attendees today, I won't be answering any questions, but if you do have any questions, feel free to email PAYE Modernisation at brightpay.ie. And I'll give you this email address again at the end of the demo. So PAYE Modernisation is coming this January 2019, and it's to allow revenue to ensure that employees are receiving their correct tax credits and cut-off points throughout the year. PAYE Modernisation will allow for real-time communication between employers and the revenue. And by operating in real time, revenue can ensure that the correct tax deduction is being made at the right time for every employee, meaning employees will not overpay or underpay tax. From January 2019, PAYE Modernisation is a mandatory payroll requirement. Now, it won't change how you calculate your PAYE information or how you make your payment to revenue, but how you send your payroll information through to revenue. Revenue will abolish the employer reporting obligations such as P30s, P45s, P46, P35s, and the generation of P60s. And the final year for P35 return is 2018, which needs to be submitted by February 2019. From the 1st of January 2019, Revenue Payroll Notifications, or RPNs, will replace the current tax credit certificate. The latest RPN should be requested before every pay run to ensure the correct deduction of tax, USC, and LPT. RPNs can be requested for new employees provided you have a PPSN for them and that they have registered themselves for PAYE. This will all be handled seamlessly through the software, through BrightPay, as you will see very shortly. Instead of a monthly or quarterly P30 submission or the year P35 submission, you will need to make a payroll file submission to revenue each time an employee is paid, every pay period. This file is known as a payroll submission request or a PSR, and it will automatically be created by the payroll software. This file will include details of payments to employees, statutory deductions, and details of starters and leavers. PAYE Modernisation will be fully integrated with payroll software, i.e. BrightPay, and this will allow payroll processors to simplify the payroll process and, in the end, reduce the administrative costs for you, the employer. And the Revenue Commissioners are strongly recommending that businesses and payroll processors review their current payroll systems to ensure that they can cater for the requirements of PAYE. So just make sure your processes are in place, that you'll have your figures on time in order to complete your payroll and send through your PSR to revenue. Revenue will issue a statement to employers with submission totals at the end of every month. Employers can either accept the statement as the monthly return, or they can correct the payroll data if the statement is incorrect. If an employer does not accept or edit the statement, revenue will deem it to be accepted. Payment due dates will remain as they are currently. For example, employers paying quarterly will continue to pay quarterly, or if you pay your P30 monthly, the amounts will be transmitted monthly as you've always done. Now, Revenue have developed an API or an application program interface which allows payroll software providers to fully integrate with Revenue's reporting system. This API will allow both the payroll software, i.e. BrightPay, and Revenue to communicate or talk to each other. The payroll integration will automatically create the required report for the payroll software and then ready for upload directly to Revenue, and this will happen in seconds. From there, users can simply send the payroll submission request at the click of a button, and I'll show you this now on the demo of BrightPay. Now, before we get going, I just want to let you know about our free training that we're hosting on PAYE Modernisation in conjunction with Revenue. The webinars go into a lot more detail about what's involved for your payroll processing, and they are really well worth attending. We'll be joined by Sinead Sweeney, who is the PAYE Modernisation Change Manager for Revenue Commissioners. And in the follow-up email after the demo, you will be asked if you'd like to sign up to the newsletter, where you'll be emailed an invitation to these free training sessions. So now I'm going to take you through and show you how easy PAYE modernisation will be with BrightPay. Now, our other payroll product, the Source Payroll Manager, also will have full PAYE modernisation functionality, and the processes on both systems are very similar. So here we have BrightPay, and if you already use BrightPay, you'll notice that it's more or less the same as BrightPay 2018. There's just a few changes. On the right-hand side, you'll see the payroll summary here, across from here. You will see we have 3 new columns. We have the RPN, Final, and PSR. Now, at the top of the screen, we also have changes to the workflow. First is the update employees, that's retrieving the RPN. The next one is finalizing, and the next one is submitting to revenue. Looking at the first step, update employees, which retrieves the RPN from revenue. Now, this facility enables you to update the employees' pay information with the most up-to-date tax credits and cut-off points. So we're just going to check for RPNs, the RPN. In this case, BrightPay is telling us that the employees match the information that's included for them in the RPN. In other words, there's no change to their tax credits or cut-off points. Okay, the next thing we are going to do is finalize the pay slips and finalize and click on OK. Now that the pay slips are finalized, we can see the second column on the right-hand side of our screen has a green tick there. So it means that the payroll has been completed. Now, the last thing, moving on to the third and final step, BrightPay is now telling us that we need to make the submission to revenue. Now, this file must be sent to revenue on or before the payday, and must be sent every single time an employee is paid. So the real key thing about modernisation is retrieve your RPNs and send your PSR on or before the payday. So if you're going on holidays, you can send it in advance, but it must be on or before, not after. If you send your PSR file late, you will eventually receive a fine from revenue or a revenue audit. Okay, so we're going to submit to revenue here. And here's the file that we're going to send through. Continuing. Now on the screen, you'll see an overview of all the information included in the PSR. Once you're happy that the information is correct, we'll click on send. So now that's zipping through to revenue, and it'll be in with revenue in seconds. And that's the submission sent. BrightPay is now telling us that 7 employees were accepted by revenue. If there are any errors with the submission, you will receive information here, but in this instance, all employees were accepted. So I'm going to close out of here now. And that's essentially, it's the payroll run completed. All that's left to do now is give the payslip to the employees, and these can be printed, emailed, or exported to a PDF. Or if you're using our BrightPay Connect add-on, that's the backup to the cloud, the employees will automatically be available to the employees through their self-service portal in due case. Now we're going to move on to the next month, month number 2. And you'll see that the columns on the right-hand side are empty here, so we're going to start populating them. So the first thing we're going to do is update employees or retrieve the RPN. Here we go, looking up employees through the RPN. BrightPay is now telling us that we have 7 changes that need to be updated for various employees. So you can pick and choose the changes that you want to apply and click on Apply. Okay. And click on OK. Now all the employees are up to date, and you'll see here. You can click on the Already Up to Date tab to see all 7 of the employees and the details that are included in their most recent RPNs. Along with checking the tax credits and cut-off points, the RPN is also checked for any inconsistencies between the employees that are on the payroll software and employees that are included in the RPN. Now, in this instance, we've no new employees, but if you do have a new employee, you can simply seamlessly set up the employee in the payroll software at the click of a button using the information included in the RPN. Now, looking at the 3 columns again, it's telling us that the RPNs have been checked. And now that we have the most up-to-date tax credits and cut-off points for the employees, we can now proceed to process the payroll. So we're just going to process the payroll, finalize it. and finalise payslips like you would normally do. Now for the third step again, submitting the information from revenue, which we did a few seconds ago, we'll just submit. Submit. Here are our employees. Continue. And once we've reviewed the information, we can click on send. Once again, BrightPay is connecting to revenue, sending the submission and is waiting for a response. And the submission has now been accepted. And we click on here. We can click submit to revenue again to view the history of all the payroll submissions. So request the logs. So we can request all our logs. And here we have a full history with the details of the PSR for both the payroll runs that we just completed. So you'll always have a log there of all your submissions to revenue. We click on update employees now. There's also an option to view the RPN update logs with the update employees tab. So we'll click into the logs here. And here on screen is a history of all our previous changes to the employees' tax credits and cut-off points. Very handy if an employee comes to you to just ask why their tax credits or cut-off points have changed. You'll be able to have a full log here. Just to note also, as mentioned earlier, revenue payment due dates will remain the same for all employers. Although you are submitting your information most likely on a weekly or monthly basis, the payment schedule will not change from your current revenue payment due dates. So if you normally pay monthly, you'll still pay monthly, or if you pay revenue quarterly, you'll remain on that payment schedule. Now, it'll also be worth mentioning that it's much more important to take backups of your payroll data with PAYE Modernisation. And it'll be well worth looking into BrightPay Connect, which is a secure and automated online backup facility and allows the users to restore the data to any particular date and time. Along with the automated backups, BrightPay Connect includes employer and employee self-service portals where you and the employees can log in anywhere to view payslips, request annual leave and much more. Now, if you have any questions on PAYE Modernisation, please don't hesitate to email them to payemodernization@brightpay.ie. So I'd like to thank you all for joining me. You can see from the demo that PAYE Modernisation is a quite straightforward step in BrightPay, with just a couple of extra steps each payroll run that enable you to automate the retrieval of those P2Cs from revenue via the RPN and the submission of the PSR to revenue. There will be no extra cost for PAYE Modernisation in BrightPay. This functionality will automatically be available for both standard and bureau users from January 2019. Better still, we'll be offering a free BrightPay license, a Connect license, with full PAYE Modernisation functionality to employers with one single employee. So a free BrightPay license for a single employer with one employee. Thanks again for joining today's demo. We hope you enjoyed it. Just a reminder again to subscribe to our mailing list if you wish to be informed about any upcoming webinars. So once again, thank you for joining the webinar. The webinar is now over. Thank you and bye-bye.